The following program may contain coarse language, violence, nudity, mature subject matter, or scenes which may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
All Hit Radio.
Welcome to the X-Zone, a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. Now, here's your host, Rob McConnell.
Welcome back to the X-Zone, everyone. We're coming to you from our broadcast center in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, worldwide on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, the DMZ Radio Network, and the Canadian News Network, and our growing family of broadcast affiliates and satellite distribution systems throughout the world. 1-800-610-7035 is worldwide toll-free. My email is xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. On all social media sites, X-Zone Radio TV, and our main website, www.xzoneradiotv.com. We're talking about Sasquatch this hour, or Bigfoot. Our guest this hour is Jeff Yelek. He is with the Sasquatch Investigations of the Rockies. Now, he's been interested in Bigfoot from a young age. He grew up in Colorado and heard stories for many years. Now, he and his wife and the other members of the Sasquatch Investigations of the Rockies are putting it all together. And joining me now is Jeff Yelek. And Jeff, welcome to the X-Zone.
Well, thank you very much for having us.
Jeff, what got you interested in Sasquatch in the first place?
I was interested from a young age. My dad took me to the show Mysterious Monsters. I believe that came out in '76. And that was just, they kind of got my interest in it. And then I, of course, seen the Legend of Boggy Creek. And it just kind of, every kind of book I could find, I would read about it and kind of keep up on it, and then it kind of just all seemed like it was up in the Great Northwest until I started learning otherwise, that they're pretty close to home here in Colorado.
Now, what other type of monsters do you have in Colorado? I mean, besides Sasquatch, do you have any other cryptological oddities?
Well, there's a lot of old ghost towns, and there's a lot of stories of ghosts, in some of these areas. I'm not really too up on that. We have some other friends of ours that do Sasquatch research here in Colorado, and they're into the paranormal, more ghost part of it too. So it's very intriguing.
How many sightings of Sasquatch do you know of that occur each and every year in Colorado?
We get different reports from different areas, and our group alone, one of our researchers, Robin Roberts, she's seen a total of 7 different individuals over the last couple of years. So per year it could be we're getting 3 or 4 good reports that people have a good eyewitness, where they actually see a Sasquatch.
Any photos?
We've got one photo that one of our researchers, Ron Peterson, has, and it's on our website. You'll have to go through our Bigfoot photos, and he's got a picture of one that he didn't realize it was in the picture when he took it. And just going back, a friend noticed that there was a picture of there was something off in these woods, so they kind of blew it up, and it appears to be Sasquatch-like shape sitting off in the woods looking at him.
Is there enough definition on this photo to say beyond a shadow of a doubt that that is a Sasquatch?
Not really. It's just he followed a track line of tracks,
Right.
and then he took a picture of the track line, in which the photo at the end of the photo in the tree line ended up being what looks to be a Sasquatch. The thing with the photo is it has a nose, and most reports of Sasquatches have a hooded nose, and the nose on this individual, it doesn't have a nose, and it's other researchers had pointed to the fact that possibly its nose got froze off in the wintertime, and so it lost its nose due to cold conditions. But in the photo, you can see the head and the eyebrow ridge, and there's even a foot sticking up in the bottom corner of the photo.
You and I have to take a commercial break. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Jeff, I want to thank you so much for joining us. Exonation, Jeff Yelek is our guest. He's with the Sasquatch Investigations of the Rockies, and their website is www.sasquatchinvestigations.org. That's www.sasquatchinvestigations.org. This is the X Zone, a place where people dare to believe and dare to be heard Monday through Friday from 10 p.m. Eastern until 2 a.m. Eastern. The show is then repeated in its entirety throughout the following 24-hour period. If you'd like to send us an email, xzone@xzoneradiotv.com, or if you'd like to check us out on any of the social media sites, one simple address, X Zone Radio TV. Like I said, I'll be back on the other side of this break with Jeff Yelek as we continue talking about Sasquatch this hour here in the X Zone with yours truly, Rob McConnell. Don't go away. Modern Esoteric, Beyond Our Senses by Brad Olson, consummates the lifology story about where humanity originates. It is the lost continents, the primitive wisdom, the mythos of creation, and the rethinking of ancient history as we are taught in academia. There is much more to the story than what we have been told. As this is the first book in the Esoteric series, Modern Esoteric starts at the beginning of time and accelerates up to this modern age. Future Esoteric is book 2 in the series and takes a forward-looking position ahead of today with an open and honest examination of the ET issue and various unexplained phenomena. To discover the writings of author Brad Olson, visit www.bradolson.com. That's www.bradolson.com. Named one of the world's greatest psychics, Elizabeth Joyce is now giving readings worldwide via Skype. Elizabeth Joyce is recognized for her clairvoyant ability to help find missing persons, her analysis of dreams, past life regression work, mediumship, and her accurate predictions. Elizabeth has been a frequent guest on the X Zone radio show with yours truly, Rob McConnell, now for several years. For an appointment with Elizabeth Joyce, call 201-934-8986 or Skype at elizabeth.joyce. And for more information, you can always visit Elizabeth Joyce online at www.new-visions.com. Welcome back, everyone. We're talking about Sasquatch this hour. My special guest is Jeff Yelek. He is with Sasquatch Investigations of the Rockies, and their website is www.sasquatchinvestigations.org. Jeff, tell me, have you ever seen a Sasquatch?
Just little glimpses of them. Not a full face or nothing. Just little dark shapes that dart off when we're out hiking around and trying to interact with them.
Tell me something. With all the digital telephones that are out there that have digital cameras, how come we still haven't seen that all-conclusive photo that Sasquatch is real?
They're very elusive, and it's my wife had a sighting 4 years ago, and we had cameras set up, and we had cameras pointed in the direction where we were getting a series of rock clacks with 3 on a ridge for interacting with us. We had the cameras on the spot, and I didn't have them on, and then I walked away because we were getting a lot of action, so I tried to text a message off to our group that we had a lot of action going on. I came back, and she had sitting there, and she was looking up the ridge, and she had a sighting of one walked out behind a tree, and just for a split second, she seen just a side profile of one walk by. And we had the cameras there, so we had an opportunity to get them. But it's just the timing's never right. When you're trying to get a photo of these things, just the timing's not right. And the thing with carrying a camera through the woods is you still have to point the object, point the camera at the Sasquatch, and that's kind of it draws them off. It's almost like you're pointing a weapon at them because they're so used to seeing humans with weapons in the woods, and that it's kind of a scary thing probably for them to see somebody with a camera, and that's probably why it's a hard task of getting a photo. We've been close, but just haven't come up with one.
What do we know about Sasquatch? What do we know about the social skills, the raising of young Sasquatch, their life, their death? What do we know?
Not really much of anything. A lot of people speculate that they're in family groups, and we believe they're in family groups. We had interaction with 3 of them, and from time to time we've heard what we thought are younger Sasquatches crying. In one of our areas that we work with the rest of our group, we've heard it sounds like a crying of some kind, kind of a wah wah of something small, but we never see it, and so you really can't come to the conclusion that it is a Sasquatch. You're just really kind of guessing that that's what it is.
When I was talking about cameras, I was talking about cell phone cameras. So they're even elusive to cell phone cameras?
I had my camera out on an instant that I had last fall, and I'm hiking on a ridge, and I'm getting rock clacks in front of me, and I was responding with rock clacks, and I figured, well, this would probably be a good time to catch some of the audio at least on video. So I pulled out my cell phone, I had it close to my chest, and I'm hiking along, just kind of carrying it in, real shaky footage. And, you get bits and pieces of rock clacks in it, but I think there's something about the electronics that maybe they can sense. It's all just conjecture, but as soon as I brought out the camera, it seems like all action stops.
When you said that you were interacting with them, how do you do that?
We go out, and we got lucky to find a good spot where me and my wife had been working, and we went out, and first you try wood knocks, and then you see if you get any kind of response from that, and then we got some rock clacks as a response. And
now,
so
what you're saying, rock quacks or rock cracks?
Clacks.
Clacks,
Putting
rock
two
clacks.
rocks together.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's kind of different groups in different areas, they use different things. We got one group that uses mainly the wood knocks, and they'll hit on a tree to get a response from you. We have a big wood knock that we got from our central Colorado location once, and the subject was around our campsite about 2 a.m. and just started making a pretty rhythmic banging on a tree stump, we believe, with a limb, and we got that audio on our website. It's just different areas, they do different things, and so you have to kind of try a majority of different things to get them to respond if they want to respond to you.
When you go out onto your Sasquatch investigations, what kind of tools do you take with you? What kind of equipment do you use?
We have a little Sony M10 recorder that we use. we used to use trail cams, but as soon as we put a trail cam out, it seems like all action